A trusted accounting update became a digital wildfire. Within hours, computers went dark from Kyiv to global ports. The first spark hid inside M.E.Doc, accounting software widely used by Ukrainian organizations for taxes and business. An office accepted a routine update. The trusted delivery path quietly carried destructive code through the front door. Ukraine already faced cyber conflict. Destructive attacks had struck government systems, companies, and power infrastructure during 2015 and 2016. Researchers found backdoored M.E.Doc modules in 3 updates. The last arrived 5 days before the outbreak. On June 27th, Microsoft observed M.E.Doc's updater launch malware. A trusted supplier had become the ignition point. Then NotPetya started opening doors. It collected active Windows credentials, including powerful administrator and service accounts. With those stolen keys, it copied itself through file shares and used PsExec or WMIC to run remotely. It carried 2 lockpicks too, EternalBlue and EternalRomance, exploiting SMBv1 flaws CVE 2017-0144 and CVE 2017-0145. Microsoft had patched both flaws with MS 17.010 in March. That update closed this particular exploit route. The stolen key route remained. Microsoft saw credential impersonation drive more spread than exploits in investigated environments. One organization reached 97% patch coverage, yet suffered enterprise-wide infection. Layered propagation defeated one defense. Picture a hallway with one cracked door repaired, while an attacker carries the building administrator's master key. Once NotPetya reached enough rooms, it altered boot data, scheduled reboots, and replaced useful computers with ransom screens. The message demanded $300 in Bitcoin. That cheap robbery costume covered a machine built for destruction. Real ransomware needs a working path from each victim to a decryption key. NotPetya lacked that recovery architecture. ESET also found its displayed process could not provide practical decryption. Paying offered no reliable road back. The ransom mask falls away, and underneath sits a shredder. This digital wildfire was designed to burn data. Ukraine took the immediate blow. Banks, government agencies, energy companies, airports, hospitals, payment systems, and businesses lost systems. The fire followed connections outward. ESET linked foreign infections to VPN connections with Ukrainian branches or business partners. That path reached Maersk through a reported M.E.Doc installation in Odessa. One foothold met a global network. At headquarters, screens blinked black in waves. Keycard gates, desk phones, servers, and internal communications stopped working. Maersk disconnected its global network, but terminals were already impaired. Cranes froze, and trucks formed long lines. Booking systems vanished. Some ports lost the digital manifests that explained what arriving ships actually carried. Employees improvised with paper, personal Gmail, WhatsApp, and spreadsheets. Global shipping briefly rediscovered the office supply aisle. Recovery became a human assembly line. Specialists gathered in England, buying clean laptops and rebuilding services around the clock. Then came a terrifying gap. Synchronized domain controllers had been erased together with the network's identity map. Wired reports one domain controller survived in Ghana because a power outage had disconnected it before NotPetya arrived. The connection was slow, and travel paperwork blocked a direct flight. Staff relayed the drive through Nigeria. That copy reportedly restored the directory foundation. Sometimes resilience looks like a hard drive changing hands at an airport. Maersk's chair said teams rebuilt 4,000 servers and 45,000 computers in 10 days. Recovery continued afterward. Merck, TNT Express under FedEx, Mondelez, and Saint-Gobain each reported major disruption and 9-figure losses in Wired's accounting. Wired cited a White House estimate above $10 billion worldwide, making NotPetya one of history's costliest cyber attacks. The United Kingdom attributed the operation to Russia's government and military, naming Ukrainian sectors as primary targets. The United States charged 6 alleged GRU Unit 74455 officers in a conspiracy, including NotPetya. Those charges were allegations. The Council on Foreign Relations lists sandworm affiliation and records multiple governments attributing the operation to Russian state-sponsored actors. The global blast radius remains an open question. Microsoft called its intended scope unclear. ESET assessed the operator's underestimated propagation. The evidence still shows a destructive operation centered on Ukraine that crossed borders through ordinary corporate trust and connectivity. Defenders need layered firebreaks. Start by treating software updates and supplier access as security-critical infrastructure. Patch exposed flaws. Remove SMBv1 where feasible. And monitor legitimate administrative tools for unexpected movement. Protect administrator credentials. Reduce standing privilege. And separate workstations, servers, identity systems, and critical operations into defensible zones. Keep tested clean backups beyond the reach of synchronized destruction, especially for domain and identity services. Practice incident response and manual continuity before screens go black. Recovery plans need people, communications, equipment, and verified data. NotPetya entered through one trusted provider, burned across one country, and disrupted supply chains around the planet. Interconnection makes the global economy efficient. It also turns a targeted cyber attack into worldwide collateral damage.